The Sabarimala Temple, nestled in the lush western Ghats of Kerala, India, stands as a beacon of faith for millions of devotees. This ancient temple, dedicated to Lord Ayyappan, a celibate deity, is a testament to the rich tapestry of Hindu beliefs and practices. Every year during the pilgrimage season, millions embark on a journey of faith, traversing challenging terrains and observing strict rituals to seek the blessings of Lord Ayyappan. The temple's significance transcends geographical boundaries, uniting devotees from diverse backgrounds in a shared spiritual quest. The arduous pilgrimage, known as the Sabarimala Yatra, is a testament to the devotees' unwavering faith and devotion. It is a journey of self-discipline and spiritual cleansing, where devotees renounce worldly comforts and embrace a life of austerity for the duration of the pilgrimage. The temple's unique location, atop a hill and surrounded by dense forests, adds to the aura of sanctity and seclusion, making the pilgrimage an immersive spiritual experience. The Sabarimala Temple is steeped in centuries-old traditions and beliefs that have been passed down through generations. Central to these traditions is the concept of Shruti, the divine revelation, and Smriti, the remembered tradition. These two pillars of Hindu Dharma guide the rituals and practices associated with the temple. The temple's unique customs, from the mandatory 41-day fast observed by the pilgrims to the restrictions on the entry of women of menstruating age, are deeply intertwined with the legends surrounding Lord Ayyappan and the temple's origins. The legend of Lord Ayyappan, believed to be an incarnation of Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, is central to the faith associated with the temple. Born out of the divine union of Mohini, the female avatar of Vishnu, and Shiva, Ayyappan is worshipped as a Naishtika brahmachari, an eternal celibate. This aspect of Ayyappan's legend forms the crux of the temple's tradition, restricting the entry of women of menstruating age, considered a mark of fertility, into the temple. The Sabarimala Temple's tradition of restricting the entry of women of menstruating age has been a subject of intense debate and scrutiny, particularly in the context of modern interpretations of gender equality. Proponents of the tradition argue that it is an integral part of the temple's unique customs and rituals, rooted in the legend of Lord Ayyappan and his vow of celibacy. They view the restriction not as a form of discrimination against women, but as a way of respecting the deity's celibacy and the sanctity of the temple. However, critics of the tradition argue that it is discriminatory and violates the fundamental right to equality enshrined in the Indian Constitution. They argue that restricting women's entry based on their biological processes is arbitrary and perpetuates harmful stereotypes about menstruation being impure. The debate surrounding the ban on women's entry highlights the complex interplay between tradition, faith, and gender equality in contemporary India. In a landmark judgment in 2018, the Supreme Court of India, in the case of Indian Young Lawyers Association versus State of Kerala, overturned the ban on the entry of women of menstruating age. Section 5. Public reactions, a spectrum of responses. The Supreme Court's verdict on the Sabarimala Temple entry issue evoked a wide spectrum of reactions from the public. While some welcomed the judgment as a step towards gender equality, others expressed strong opposition, viewing it as an infringement on religious freedom and an attack on tradition. The verdict ignited passionate debates across the country, highlighting the complexities of balancing individual rights with religious beliefs and practices. Those who supported the verdict saw it as a long overdue recognition of women's rights and a blow against patriarchal norms that have long governed religious practices. They argued that the judgment upheld the true spirit of the Constitution, which guarantees equality for all, irrespective of gender or religion. However, for many devotees, the verdict was seen as an assault on their faith and a violation of their right to practice their religion freely. They argued that the court had overstepped its boundaries by interfering in a matter of religious belief. Section 6. Constitutional Morality, Balancing Rights and Beliefs. The Sabarimala Temple entry issue brought to the forefront the concept of constitutional morality, a principle that emphasizes the values enshrined in the Constitution, such as equality, liberty, and fraternity, as paramount. The Supreme Court, in its verdict, upheld the principle of constitutional morality, asserting that religious practices cannot be exempt from constitutional scrutiny if they violate fundamental rights. The concept of constitutional morality, however, is not without its critics. Some argue that it gives the judiciary excessive power to interpret religious matters, potentially leading to a clash between the judiciary and the legislature. They believe that matters of faith should be left to religious communities to decide, and the state should not interfere in such matters. The Sabarimala case highlights the ongoing debate in India about the role of the judiciary in interpreting religious practices and the delicate balance between individual rights and religious freedom. Section 7. Tradition versus Equality, the Heart of the Matter. The Sabarimala Temple entry issue lies at the heart of the ongoing debate in India, and indeed globally, about the balance between tradition and modernity, faith and reason, and individual rights and group identity. The case highlights the challenges of reconciling deeply held religious beliefs with evolving societal norms and the principles of equality and non-discrimination. The debate surrounding the Sabarimala Temple is not an isolated one. It reflects a broader global conversation about the role of religion in modern societies and the extent to which religious practices should be subject to secular laws and principles. The case underscores the need for a nuanced and sensitive approach that respects both individual rights and the importance of religious freedom and cultural traditions. Section 8. The Sabarimala Verdict and its Aftermath. The Supreme Court's verdict on the Sabarimala Temple entry issue had a significant impact on Indian society, sparking widespread debates and protests. The verdict brought to the forefront the complexities of navigating religious freedom, gender equality, and the role of the judiciary in a diverse and democratic society like India. In the aftermath of the verdict, the Kerala government faced the challenging task of implementing the court's order while also addressing the concerns of those opposed to it. The issue became highly politicized, with different political parties taking opposing stances. The debate also extended beyond the legal and political spheres, sparking conversations in homes, workplaces, and social gatherings across the country. Section 9. The Quest for a Balanced Approach. The Sabarimala Temple entry issue underscores the need for a balanced approach that respects both the right to equality and the freedom of religion. Finding a solution that is acceptable to all stakeholders requires open dialogue, empathy, and a willingness to engage with diverse perspectives. One possible approach could involve engaging with religious leaders and scholars to explore interpretations of religious texts that are more inclusive and in line with contemporary values of gender equality. Another approach could be to create alternative spaces for worship within the temple complex that cater to the specific needs and beliefs of different groups. Section 10. The Future of Sabarimala, a Complex Equation. The future of the Sabarimala Temple and its traditions remains uncertain. The debate surrounding women's entry is likely to continue, as different sections of society hold firm to their beliefs and interpretations. The challenge lies in finding a way forward that respects both the sanctity of tradition and the fundamental right to equality. The Sabarimala Temple entry issue serves as a microcosm of the larger challenges facing India, as it seeks to balance its rich cultural and religious heritage with the aspirations of a modern, progressive society. The way forward requires a nuanced understanding of history, tradition, and evolving social norms, along with a commitment to dialogue and mutual respect. Section 11. Conclusion, a story yet unfinished. The Sabarimala Temple entry issue is a complex and multifaceted one, with no easy answers or solutions. It is a story that is still unfolding, reflecting the ongoing evolution of Indian society and its struggle to reconcile tradition with modernity. The debate surrounding the temple serves as a reminder of the importance of continuous dialogue, empathy, and a commitment to finding solutions that uphold the fundamental rights and freedoms of all citizens. As India continues to grapple with these complex issues, The Sabarimala Temple will undoubtedly remain a focal point of debate and discussion. The way forward requires a delicate balancing act, respecting both the sanctity of tradition and the fundamental right to equality. The story of Sabarimala is a reminder that the quest for a just and equitable society is an ongoing journey, requiring constant vigilance, dialogue, and a willingness to embrace change while preserving the values that define us as a nation. Pause 2s. Chapter 12. The cultural significance of Sabarimala. Pause 2s. Sabarimala is not just a temple, it is a symbol of cultural heritage and spiritual significance. Pause 2s. Nestled in the lush greenery of the Western Ghats, the temple's rituals and traditions have been passed down through generations, making it a vital part of the local community's identity. Pause 2s. The pilgrimage to Sabarimala, undertaken by millions each year, is a journey of faith, endurance, and devotion. Pause 2s. Pilgrims observe a strict 41-day vratham or penance, which includes abstinence, a vegetarian diet, and daily prayers. Pause 2s. This period of austerity is seen as a test of their physical and spiritual resolve, preparing them for the arduous trek to the temple. Pause 2s. The temple's unique practices, such as the wearing of black or blue attire, walking barefoot, and carrying the Irumudi Ketu, a sacred bundle, add layers of meaning and commitment to the pilgrimage. Pause 2s. These customs foster a sense of unity and equality among the devotees, transcending social and economic barriers. Pause 2s. Sabarimala's significance extends beyond the local community. Pause 2s. It is a microcosm of India's diverse religious landscape, where people from various walks of life come together in a shared spiritual experience. Pause 2s. The temple's traditions and practices are a testament to the rich tapestry of Indian culture, blending ancient rituals with contemporary faith. Pause 2s. The impact of Sabarimala on the local population is profound. Pause 2s. The temple's economy supports thousands of families, from the artisans who craft the sacred items to the vendors who sell offerings and souvenirs. Pause 2s. The annual pilgrimage season transforms the region, bringing together people in a collective celebration of faith and tradition. Pause 2s. As we reflect on the cultural significance of Sabarimala, it is essential to recognize its role in the broader Indian society. Pause 2s. The temple stands as a beacon of spiritual heritage, a reminder of the enduring power of tradition, and the importance of preserving our cultural legacy for future generations. Pause 2s. In the ongoing debate around Sabarimala, it is crucial to approach the issue with sensitivity and respect for its cultural context. Pause 2s. Understanding the temple's deep-rooted significance can guide us in finding a balanced approach that honors both tradition and the principles of equality and justice. Pause 2s. Sabarimala is more than just a place of worship. It is a living symbol of India's rich cultural heritage, a testament to the enduring power of faith and a beacon of unity and diversity. Pause 3s. This concludes our exploration of Sabarimala, a story of tradition, faith, and the quest for balance in a rapidly evolving world. Pause 2s. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed. Pause 2s. Chapter 13. The Role of Women in Sabarimala. Pause 2s. The role of women in Sabarimala has been a topic of much debate and discussion. Pause 2s. Historically, the temple's customs have prohibited women of menstruating age, typically between 10 and 50 years, from entering the sacred grounds. Pause 2s. This tradition is rooted in the belief that Lord Ayyappa, the deity worshipped at Sabarimala, is a celibate god. Pause 2s. For centuries, this practice went largely unquestioned, seen as a part of the temple's unique spiritual fabric. Pause 2s. However, in recent years, the policy has come under intense scrutiny and legal challenges. Pause 2s. In 2018, the Supreme Court of India ruled that the ban on women of menstruating age entering Sabarimala was unconstitutional, sparking widespread debates and protests. Pause 2s. The verdict was seen by many as a victory for gender equality and women's rights. Pause 2s. Yet, it also triggered a strong backlash from traditionalists who viewed it as an infringement on their religious customs. Pause 2s. The perspectives of women devotees themselves are varied and complex. Pause 2s. Some women have welcomed the court's decision, seeing it as a long overdue recognition of their right to worship at Sabarimala. Pause 2s. They speak of their deep spiritual connection to Lord Ayyappa and their desire to participate fully in the temple's rituals. Pause 2s. Others, however, respect the traditional customs and choose to uphold them, believing that the age-old practices should be preserved. Pause 2s. The experiences of women who have attempted the pilgrimage post-verdict have been both inspiring and challenging. Pause 2s. Many have faced resistance and hostility, yet their resolve and faith have shone through. Pause 2s. Their journeys are a testament to the evolving landscape of faith and tradition at Sabarimala. Pause 2s. As we navigate this complex issue, it is essential to listen to the voices of women devotees and understand their perspectives. Pause 2s. The role of women in Sabarimala is not just a legal or cultural issue, it is a deeply personal and spiritual matter for many. Pause 2s. Balancing tradition with modern values of equality requires sensitivity, respect, and open dialogue. Pause 2s. Sabarimala stands at a crossroads, reflecting broader societal shifts and the ongoing quest for a balanced approach to faith and rights. Pause 2s. The evolving role of women in this sacred space will undoubtedly shape the future of the temple and its community. Pause 2s. Pause 3s. This concludes our exploration of the role of women in Sabarimala, a story of tradition, rights, and the enduring power of faith. Pause 2s. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed. Chapter 14. The Legal Battle. Pause 2s. The legal battle surrounding the Sabarimala Temple has been long and complex. Pause 2s. This chapter will provide an overview of the key legal milestones, the arguments presented by both sides, and the implications of the court's decisions. Pause 2s. The origins of the legal dispute date back to the 1990s when the issue first came under judicial scrutiny. Pause 2s. Early petitions challenged the ban on the entry of women of menstruating age, citing it as discriminatory and unconstitutional. Pause 2s. However, it was the landmark case of 2006 that set the stage for a more extensive legal examination. Pause 2s. The case was brought before the Kerala High Court, which upheld the tradition, ruling that the restriction was in line with the temple's customs. Pause 2s. This decision, however, was not the end of the story. Pause 2s. In 2016, the matter was escalated to the Supreme Court of India. Pause 2s. The petitioners argued that the ban violated fundamental rights, including the right to equality and freedom of religion. Pause 2s. They contended that the practice was not essential to the religion and therefore should be subject to constitutional scrutiny. Pause 2s. On the other hand, the temple authorities and traditionalists defended the ban, arguing that it was an integral part of their religious practice. Pause 2s. They maintained that the restriction was based on the unique nature of the deity, Lord Ayyappa, who is considered a celibate god. Pause 2s. In September 2018, the Supreme Court delivered a historic verdict. Pause 2s. By a majority of 4-1, the court ruled that the ban on women of menstruating age entering Sabarimala was unconstitutional, emphasizing that religion could not be a cover for gender discrimination. Pause 2s. The decision was hailed as a significant victory for women's rights and gender equality. Pause 2s. However, the ruling also sparked widespread protests and resistance, particularly from traditionalist groups. Pause 2s. The aftermath of the verdict saw an intense and often contentious dialogue between supporters and opponents of the decision. Pause 2s. The temple witnessed unprecedented scenes as women attempted to enter, facing both support and hostility. Pause 2s. In 2019, the Supreme Court agreed to review petitions challenging its 2018 verdict, indicating that the legal battle was far from over. Pause 2s. As of today, the case remains a subject of ongoing litigation and public debate. Pause 2s. The Supreme Court's final decision is awaited, and it will undoubtedly have far-reaching implications for the future of the Sabarimala Temple and the broader discourse on religious rights and gender equality. Pause 2s. The legal battle over Sabarimala is a reflection of the broader struggle to balance tradition and modern values in a rapidly changing society. Pause 2s. It underscores the complexity of navigating faith, rights, and the law in a diverse and pluralistic nation. Pause 2s. This concludes our exploration of the legal battle surrounding Sabarimala. Pause 2s. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the intricate web of faith, law, and rights. Pause 2s. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed. Pause 2s. Scene 15. The impact on local economy. Pause 2s. The Sabarimala Temple is not just a religious site, it is also a significant contributor to the local economy. Pause 2s. Nestled in the Western Ghats, this sacred pilgrimage attracts millions of devotees each year, creating a bustling hub of activity and commerce. Pause 2s. The influx of pilgrims has a profound impact on local businesses, from hotels and restaurants to transport services and street vendors. Pause 2s. Many livelihoods are intricately linked to the temple's seasonal rush, making it a vital economic engine for the region. Pause 2s. Tourism is a key pillar of the local economy, with devotees traveling from across India and beyond. Pause 2s. The demand for accommodation surges during the pilgrimage season, providing a significant boost to the hospitality sector. Pause 2s. Local markets thrive, offering everything from religious paraphernalia to local delicacies, creating a vibrant atmosphere of trade and cultural exchange. Pause 2s. Employment opportunities are another critical aspect of the temple's economic impact. Pause 2s. The seasonal demand for services creates jobs for thousands of people, from guides and porters to shopkeepers and artisans. Pause 2s. For many, the pilgrimage season is a crucial period that sustains them for the rest of the year. Pause 2s. However, the controversies surrounding the temple have posed challenges to the local economy. Pause 2s. The protests and disruptions following the Supreme Court verdict on women's entry have led to fluctuations in the number of pilgrims. Pause 2s. Local businesses have faced periods of uncertainty, impacting their income and stability. Pause 2s. Additionally, the need for enhanced security and management during times of heightened tension has strained local resources. Pause 2s. Balancing the economic benefits with the social and logistical challenges remains a delicate task for the authorities and the community. Pause 2s. Despite these challenges, the resilience of the local economy is evident. Pause 2s. The people of Sabarimala and its surrounding areas continue to adapt and find ways to sustain their livelihoods amidst changing circumstances. Pause 2s. The temple's economic significance underscores the interconnectedness of faith, commerce, and community in this unique region. Pause 2s. As the debate over Sabarimala's traditions and rites continues, its economic impact serves as a reminder of the broader implications of this complex issue. Pause 2s. The temple is not just a place of worship, but a vital lifeline for many, reflecting the multifaceted nature of its significance. Pause 2s. This concludes our exploration of the economic impact of the Sabarimala Temple. Pause 2s. Join us in the next chapter as we delve deeper into the intricate tapestry of faith, tradition, and modernity that defines this iconic pilgrimage site. Pause 2s. Chapter 16. The Environmental Concerns. Pause 2s. The influx of devotees to Sabarimala has raised several environmental concerns. Pause 2s. Nestled in the ecologically sensitive Western Ghats, the pilgrimage site faces challenges related to waste management, deforestation, and wildlife conservation. Pause 2s. The large number of pilgrims generates significant amounts of waste, including plastic and other non-biodegradable materials. Pause 2s. Managing this waste effectively is crucial to prevent pollution and preserve the pristine environment. Pause 2s. Deforestation is another pressing issue. Pause 2s. The need for infrastructure to accommodate the influx of pilgrims has led to the clearing of forested areas, impacting the region's biodiversity. Pause 2s. The Western Ghats are home to numerous endemic species, and habitat loss poses a serious threat to their survival. Pause 2s. Wildlife conservation is also a major concern. Pause 2s. The increased human activity in the area disrupts the natural habitat of various animal species, leading to conflicts and endangering their existence. Pause 2s. Despite these challenges, efforts are being made to address the environmental impact of the pilgrimage. Pause 2s. Initiatives to promote sustainable practices include the implementation of stricter waste management protocols and the use of eco-friendly materials. Pause 2s. Campaigns to raise awareness among pilgrims about the importance of preserving the environment are also underway. Pause 2s. Reforestation projects aim to restore the lost green cover, while conservation efforts focus on protecting the region's wildlife. Pause 2s. Collaboration between local authorities, environmental organizations, and the community is key to achieving these goals. Pause 2s. The environmental concerns surrounding Sabarimala highlight the need for a balanced approach that respects both the spiritual significance of the pilgrimage and the ecological importance of the region. Pause 2s. As we move forward, it is essential to find solutions that ensure the sustainability of this sacred site for future generations. Pause 2s. This concludes our exploration of the environmental concerns at Sabarimala. Pause 2s. Join us in the next chapter as we continue to unravel the intricate tapestry of faith, tradition, and modernity that defines this iconic pilgrimage site. Pause 2s. Chapter 17. The Future of Sabarimala. Pause 2s. As Sabarimala continues to evolve, its future remains uncertain. Pause 2s. This chapter will explore the potential future scenarios for the temple, considering the ongoing legal, social, and environmental challenges. Pause 2s. The dynamic interplay of tradition and modernity poses significant questions about the temple's role in contemporary society. Pause 2s. Will Sabarimala adapt to changing societal norms, or will it steadfastly uphold its centuries-old traditions? Pause 2s. The ongoing legal battles and societal debates surrounding gender inclusivity have the potential to reshape the temple's policies and practices. Pause 2s. These decisions will not only impact the devotees but also reflect broader shifts in Indian society. Pause 2s. The environmental concerns we've discussed also play a crucial role in shaping the future of Sabarimala. Pause 2s. Sustainable practices must be prioritized to ensure that the sacred grounds remain pristine and accessible for future generations. Pause 2s. The temple's ability to balance religious significance with ecological responsibility will be a testament to its resilience and adaptability. Pause 2s. Moreover, the local economy, heavily reliant on pilgrimage tourism, must navigate these changes to sustain livelihoods while preserving cultural heritage. Pause 2s. The future of Sabarimala is deeply intertwined with the aspirations and values of its devotees and the larger Indian society. Pause 2s. As we look ahead, it is essential to foster a dialogue that respects both tradition and progress, ensuring that Sabarimala remains a beacon of faith and a symbol of unity. Pause 2s. This concludes our exploration of the potential future of Sabarimala. Pause 2s. In the next chapter, we will delve into the role of technology in preserving and enhancing the pilgrimage experience, bridging the gap between ancient practices and modern innovations.